Hey everybody, welcome back to more Tales of Berseria. Last time, we decided to make this place our hideout. I mean, that was the plan. We're also escorting the Prince of Logris and Midgand here because, I don't know, something's going on with that. There's also a Headless Knight that we have to deal with, so we have a lot on our plate. And hopefully we can deal with that. I think we'll be all right. Now, someone in the comments of one of the episodes, if you'll allow me to scroll down my own subscriptions. Yes, I am subscribed to myself. Don't ask. In episode 18, someone said, "Hey KZ, you should use the auto cooking function." So I am. This also reveals, episode 18 is the newest episode. I'm sorry, I record in advance. It's for your own safety. Also because I'm starting to put these things out every single day again, so that takes time. Can I just point out how cool these things look? Just floating wolf heads. In case you're wondering, yes, I'm just mashing the button. Don't worry. I'm just being myself here. No focus.
Are you hurt? Can you stand? Yeah.
Can you stand? I never get that. It's like, I mean, of course he can stand. Standing right now, man. I'm gonna lower the audio on this just a little bit, because all Tales of Combat is always, like, way too goddamn loud.
We will need to be extremely wary.
Throws me off. You know what? I wish there was, like, a setting in Tales games where you can just make it so that, you announce your arts once per battle. So that not everyone's saying, blah, 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 the entire time whenever you're in a fight. It's like, I don't need to hear that every single person has to re-announce their attacks. I mean, I'm cool with you announcing an attack. That's a trope thing. That's like a cliche of, like, anime type things of, you must announce your technique. That's cool. But given how spammable some of these moves are, you'd think they would give you an option to kind of maybe not let you just do that, because just not let you say it over and over again, because it just kind of gets a little pointless. Oh no! No, we haven't got a chance. Good to see how much fucking belief these motherfuckers have in us. I was able to quickly switch targets, which I appreciate. So what are these, just witches? Ah, they're flame witches. Big difference. These ones will burn you because they wear the red clothes. Wow, have we stunned all of them? I think we have. I think we've just locked them in here. You done? You so done? You want to know how done you are? You are very done. I'm actually spamming my break soul, because it's just giving me meter. Like, I did a Mystic Art in this fight, and I'm almost at 3 again. Nah, looks like we ran out of steam, though. We can only spam for so... Never mind! I was gonna say we can only spam for so long, but... it looks like we can keep on doing that.
I refuse to fall here.
1800 experience is pretty damn good. That was a long fight. Wow. Is there anything even out here? You know, besides these. Doesn't look like it. Oh man, we got a grade bonus. You know, we need that grade bonus. How else are we gonna survive? Now, question. let me talk about something. The Tales of games typically do. I think it started doing it in Berseria. I mean, I've heard people mention it, so I just take it as fact. Like anyone else, I don't do the proper research myself. Who does that anymore? If you ever look at like the downloadable content section of a Tales game, you'll notice it has a lot of stuff like $10 costume packs, to which I believe there are like 4 of them on here. I have 2 of them. I would have gotten the other 2, but KZ is poor like 90% of the time. So, that ain't happening.
This island reeks with malevolence.
I imagine it's emanating from all the big old demons roaming about.
Or the small ones. The medium-sized ones. But, I've noticed that the other thing that they happen to sell is they sell a lot of experience boosters and gold boosters and just boosting this and boosting that, which, I guess has your uses. Like, you basically just use it so you can kind of cheat, and it also gives you the perks that you would typically get in a New Game Plus run of these games. But my question is, who do you need those? Like, are those actually necessary even if you're typically bad? Like, with Tales games, I only really start using tactics against bosses, and most of the tactics, I feel, at least in a standard difficulty like I'm doing, is just positioning. Positioning and some situational awareness of like, oh, to avoid this attack I gotta run around, but otherwise it feels like the DLC, it's not so much malicious. I mean, you know, sell what you want, right? But, seems very unnecessary.
Hey, it's you again.
Ah, I'm so busy I can't even notice what's going on around me.
You're not fooling anybody. Why bother?
I was hoping to not have to deal with yous guys. Whenever I run into yous, I always lose so much monies.
Because Velvet always forces unreasonable demands on you?
Oh, Miss Exorcist, your concern warms my little turtle's heart.
I'm not forcing anything. I just think he's trying to take advantage of us by fixing his prices well above market rate.
Price fixing? As in deliberately marking up items so as to take advantage of the less fortunate? I was under the impression that the Abbey strictly forbade such unscrupulous business tactics.
Ah! Perish the thought, Miss. Our accounting is always above board. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. No matter whens and no matter wheres, you can get whatever you needs for the same fair price.
That's good to hear. Eleanor, give the nice turtles that smile he so desires.
I'm sure running a business is hard work. Hang in there.
Much obliged.
I swear to God, the ongoing thing with these shopkeepers is so good and also so depressing. Well, it's a good thing we're kept up on our life bottles. Oh look, Enoch bottles are, you know, you can buy them here. For a while they weren't letting me. Oh, neat that they do that now. I'm not gonna do too much equipment upgrading for now, I don't think. Just because I don't feel like it. But I will buy at least one weapon. I'm not in the mood. You gotta catch me in the right mood, guys. Ooh, that looks neat. Do I have the materials to upgrade that? I can do it once. I believe chests on the map. Yeah, chests on the map means I've already gotten them. I came in through that entrance. Actually, I can check the map and it'll tell me which places I've been to. Okay. That would mean I gotta go down to that thing. Oh, did I do this one though? Did I go to the basement? A little. This place is huge. Like, fuck off. Did you see that time I beat like 35 witches? You don't want to mess with me, man. It's a waste of time. You haven't got a chance. Other than that, pretty empty. Now, did I go the wrong way? No, this place just leads to another cell block. There are enemies there. Gonna have to explore each one of these, though, so... Lock me up! Fuck it. The game does a good job of giving me treasure chests with shit I can't actually use. Did I just complain about that? Just occurred to me. Did I literally just complain about me being overly stocked up? That's what happens when you catch me at, like, it's not even noon yet. You know, sometimes, you know, I'm a little more bitchy before noon. Then again, sometimes you throw in a little bit of commentary here and there just to fill the void, and sometimes you say something like that where you're like, man, that's you sound like a complete bitch. It's like I can't even justify that kind of bitchiness. It's like I ain't got nothing there. Alright, I think I came in through floor 1, so I guess we'll try basement 2. Stupid.
From the way you were
demon.
talking, it seemed like you had an idea of who was behind the riot. What happened here?
I'd think someone in your position would know.
There were reports of a large riot, but I was caught up in chasing you, so I heard little else.
It was a small affair, really. Velvet Rokurou and I were being held on this island. Velvet instigated the other prisoners to riot so that we could escape.
She used the prisoners?
Yeah. You'd expect different from me?
How did it end?
We
I
didn't
mean,
stay to
how does
see,
that make
but
her
the
look
prisoners were
bad?
losing
No one
badly.
wanted to be here.
At least that's what it looked like. But if that was the case, then where did all the exorcists go?
I know Oscar left to report the incident, but the other guards should have remained at their posts.
Well, if they didn't flee, we have to assume they were all killed.
By this Headless Knight, perhaps? Well, no sense losing our heads, I suppose. But it looks like we're in for a heck of a fight.
All we have to do is mop up anyone who's left. What was it called? Venomization, right? The dark ritual of making demons feed on each other to birth stronger ones.
Eisen, how many demons does the ritual require?
It's more a matter of quality than quantity. Stronger demons mean more powerful malevolence.
The ritual mixes the victor's malevolence with that of the devoured, creating a terrible, bloodthirsty monster. You see, the newfound power comes at a great cost. With it, the victor's last vestiges of self-control are stripped away.
So it's something even more than a monster. A seething ball of pure power and malevolence.
Rokurou, don't tell me you're considering it for yourself.
Of course I am. I'll consider anything that can make me stronger.
You cannot be serious!
What's there to be so surprised about? Well, look at Velvet. She's already eaten countless demons.
You're ridiculous!
He's right. If it helps me find my vengeance, I don't care.
Velvet?
Wait, are you really going to do it?
Relax, it's not gonna happen. Becoming a monster wouldn't bother me. But when I defeat my rival, I have to be myself for it to mean anything. It's the same for Velvet.
It is?
Besides, if I kill a previous victor of the ritual, I'll have proved myself strong enough not to need the extra power.
You're ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's that good kind of ridiculous that doesn't make you go like, man, fuck him. It's the, oh, you're dumb, but you're the good dumb. So how many times do you think Eleanor is gonna have to see fellow exorcists or the Abbey with their, you know, with blood on their hands to make her go, man, just fuck these guys? like, oh, I wonder how many more times that's gonna happen, because we've seen a few more moments of that. I'm gonna wonder how many more deep cuts the woman needs. Because apparently she hasn't been pushed far enough yet, because she already tried to She thought about taking Laphicet to the headquarters, so let's are we all good? In fact, almost all of us have delicious mystic arts prepared as well. They make my tummy all rumbly.
The Headless Knight!
He must be the product of the venomization.
Yo, you got no legs,
Well,
no thighs.
Definitely looks vicious enough.
Not as vicious as our Velvet, though.
True. Velvet has nice thighs.
Where is his voice even coming from?
Unload, please. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just syncing up all my mystic arts. Why not? Have all of them except Rokuro. Well, that took out a third. I'd say that was worth it. And back to Velvet. Centurion? Ooh. I'm assuming that's a 100-hit combo? I wasn't really looking, so... I forgot I gave her blushy marks!
I feel something again.
More malevolence?
No, another Earth Pulse point. It must be on this island.
I sense it too. It's very close.
Directly underneath us, I would guess.
What is this place?
Welcome to the most secure cell in the entire complex. The darkest hole in Titania. Feel anything, Laphicet?
Yeah, I think this is the Earth Pulse point. If this cell is where the Earth Pulse point is, then does that mean it housed a Therian?
Yeah. And a real hungry one at that. Every day, they would toss demons into its cell. It would devour its fill, then wipe the blood from its lips. Never once realizing, it was delivering to Inominat the malevolence of hundreds of demons and prisoners. And then one day, there appeared before it a female Moloch, who shattered the barrier and freed the Therian from its cage. But the Therian knew no mercy, and it devoured its liberator. And it was then... It was then I obtained the power. The power to avenge my brother.
Velvet, you're a Therian?
This prison island was a feeding ground for the Therian, harnessing the malevolence created by the prisoners within.
But because Velvet escaped, the malevolence went out of control.
Wow, the same darn thing that happened back in Kamawana's village.
Lord Artorias would never have done such a thing.
No? What's so unbelievable? That he used his wife's brother as a human sacrifice? That he imprisoned his wife's sister? Because that's what your damned holy shepherd did! All to get his hands on Inominat's power!
I'm sure he had a reason for...
A reason? To spare the world of its pain? Don't give me that! Who will spare my brother's pain? Who will soothe my brother's despair? He murdered my little brother Laphi! And you'll stand there and tell me it was for the greater good? At any rate, that's one less Therian for us to track down.
Velvet. Help! Eleanor!
Come, Moana!
What? Did Velvet yell at you so hard you're starting to hear voices now?
I have a feeling something's wrong. Kamoana could be in danger.
But we already beat the Headless Knight.
I still can't shake this feeling. Please, let's go back and check on them.
So, Velvet is a Therian, is she? I knew there was something off about her.
But it's what she cried out that's really on my mind. Laphicet, is Velvet truly Lord Artorias' younger sister?
She never told me.
If it were true, I suppose it would explain her knowledge of Lord Artorias' training.
If you're so curious, why not ask her yourself? Hey, Velvet, what's your connection to Artorias?
Rokuro, have some tact!
I heard you whispering. It doesn't bother me. Artorias was married to my late sister, Celica. He was our brother-in-law. We lived together for more than 10 years.
That does explain a few things.
So he sacrificed his little brother and turned his sister into a Therian.
But you were his family.
To his view of the grand scheme, family is inconsequential. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. All he did was act according to his ideal logic. Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get moving.
So it turns out that Velvet is a Therian who consumes malevolence.
And too much malevolence is what changes people into demons. Strong enough malevolence can persist after the person who created it dies, turning their corpse or spirit into a raging monster. That's how undead and phantom demons come about.
Then the demons Velvet killed turned back into humans because she devoured their malevolence.
Yeah, and consequently, they avoided becoming undead or anything like that.
So she saved them. Well, I mean, a corpse is a corpse, of course.
Do you think she could devour only the malevolence and turn a living demon human again?
Unfortunately, that's impossible due to malevolence's self-reinforcing nature. When Therians are connected to Enominat through an Earth Pulse point, they seem to be able to absorb small concentrations of malevolence from the surrounding area and inhibit the creation of new demons. But any human who builds up enough malevolence to turn into a demon will keep producing malevolence as long as they live.
That's right. To devour any malevolence, I need to cut it off at the source. That's how my powers work.
Velvet, I'm sorry.
I don't mind it. Actually, I find it convenient. This way, I'll never forget my hatred for Artorias.
Plus, as long as you stay away from an Earth Pulse point, you get to keep the power of any malevolence you consume.
Fuel for my hatred, yes.
Ah! That was Kamoana!
Oh no, what's happening? Oh. Oh.
Kamoana!
That was dramatic.
Eleanor! You really came back for me.
A promise is a promise, sweetheart.
A Headless Knight and a horse demon.
It's giving off a ton of malevolence.
That's really fucking
This
cool.
must be the true survivor of the venomization process.
Oh, I get it! The dying exorcist lady wasn't saying Headless Knight is back. She was going for Headless Knight on horseback.
Whatever the case, we'll fight whoever we have to claim this island.
Dullahan? Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, I don't have much I can do here, so I'll switch to Rokuro, I guess? Well, that knocked him silly. Can't say I'm much of a fan of that. Fuck it, we'll use Magi for a bit. Why not? Guess I could move some people out. That. Nah, there we go. That's how you do it. You know, I was excited to see that she had 2 souls so I could build up a 3rd. Then I immediately lost it. You know, fuck these bosses, right? Happens all the time. I'm dealing with a stun. I'd like to get rid of that if I can. Damn it! I was behind you and it still fucking knocked shit out of me. Alright, what is he at? He's less than 25%. Alright, we can do this. We can do this. We're not dropping, so it looks like we're decently leveled for this. Wait, when the fuck did I have 4 souls? Jesus. I mean, I lost one when I noticed, but I'm making out. Now we just gotta follow through and finish it.
That's venomization, all right. Definitely stronger than that headless lump of armor.
I beg your pardon?
Not you.
Oh?
The demon from the villa?
No, look! It's absorbing the malevolence. It's a Therian.
Actually, that hawk is Griffin, my one and only friend.
A damned Therian. So that's what Tabitha meant when she said we'd find out shortly.
But Your Highness, why do you have a Therian?
It's like I said, Griffin has been my dear friend ever since I was a child. Even if he's a Therian now, that hasn't changed.
So you knew you were helping a Therian escape. What are you plotting?
I have no plots or schemes. I just want Griffin to be free.
I guess we shouldn't be surprised. The Crown Prince and future king, he's gonna do whatever he likes.
I suppose I am at that. But if I am, it's the first time I've ever been allowed a choice of my own. When you're a prince, you're not a person. You're an institution, one designed to serve the state and its people. Say, for instance, you're doing your law studies and your back suddenly itches. What do?
I mean, I'd scratch it. Who wouldn't?
When I did that, my tutor gave me a whipping so hard the blood ran down my back. The reason being that I prioritized a personal feeling, that is to say, my itch, over my studies in service of the state. Seeing Griffin lay claim to the skies let me imagine my own freedom. It was my lone solace over the years. But then, he turned out to be responsive to Innominat's power.
I take it the Midgand royal family is well aware that the Abbey is creating Therians.
Of course. How could we not? The kingdom offers unequivocal support to Shepherd Artorius' vision of reason and will. Even so, if there was one thing I could never permit, it was seeing Griffin locked up and unable to fly. Never. I tricked the Exorcist on guard and disabled the barrier. But then Griffin attacked the Exorcist and killed him.
That's why you said you could never go back.
They can overlook a single dead exorcist, but with a Therian removed, malevolence will engulf the capital.
I knew full well what I was doing. And yet, I couldn't watch my friend's life be stripped away.
Your Highness.
He chose a single bird over the world. Why do you think that birds fly?
That's what Lord Artorius asked me.
My anatomy book says birds can fly because their bones are light and their wing muscles are enormously strong.
Birds fly because a bird that cannot fly is no bird at all. That's what I think.
I understand now. As long as you remain on this island, you may do as you please. But if you try to escape, I'll kill you.
That should work. This way we'll have him on hand if we ever need a hostage.
Understood. I appreciate you letting Griffin and me stay here.
Well, now that that's taken care of, let's build ourselves a hideout.
Good fight, everybody. Worked hard. We got a hostage. We got a bird.